How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Crystalline. Oh, man. So, we've had our first two episodes so far. Things are looking pretty solid. First, we had the introduction of, the overarching plot of what's actually going on. And secondly, we've kind of had a good introduction to some of the potential political and magical forces that are at work. Primarily, we had a contention with a shadow magic user, which primarily looks like it can influence the emotions of others to make them more susceptible to suggestion, kind of leading the mayor out of his desire to incur more wealth and to grow his city to having monstrous taxes and making very aggressive policy that poorly affected people to try and have quick gains. So shadow magic, no bueno. Not really true, mind control, just heavy suggestion. And that's not good. So, we will need to be careful of that, of course. And then, we're gonna step forward. We're gonna see how things progress from here on out, because I think we're gonna be able to make it, hopefully, to the Mages College now, after we've had a little bit of rest and we're able to recover from our ordeal. So, I guess let's jump right in and get our party moving. So, I'm really awoken by the boisterous yells. As I blink my eyes open, I see Pongo planted on Zach's face. Well, to be fair, you probably can't breathe, but you got a Pongo on your face. What's going on? Zach leaps off the bed, continuing his scolding, and the Pongo scurries under the pillow. I think you scared him, man. Chill out.
Get out of there!
He snatches the pillow to reveal the Pongo contentedly blobbing over his dischargers. The Pongo's eyes are slitted shut, and he's wearing a silly grin.
Don't even think about it!
If that Pongo fires at us, I mean, I will have to have some words with him. Zach scoops up his dischargers and forcefully gives them a shake. The Pongo's eyes snap open as he wobbles in the air, clinging for dear life.
Poi!
Zach doesn't cease his shaking, and somehow the Pongo seems to be hanging on.
Poi!
Oh, come on, let the poor thing down. His small body jiggles up and down until he finally bounces to the floor.
Poi poi!
He glares daggers at Zach, who's too busy inspecting his dischargers to notice. Oh, man, someone likes his guns a little too much. I mean, he was trying to tuck them into bed last night, though I'm sure that was mostly a joke. Mostly a joke. There's a sharp knock on the door. Barely comprehending what's going on, I shuffle to the door and open it a crack. Oh,
I
hey.
heard yelling. Is everything
We're fine. By the way, sorry about last night. I didn't quite know what I was saying when I asked if I could sleep with you. She cuts off mid-sentence and her eyes grow wide. I look behind me and see Zach dangling his dischargers high in the air while the Pongo leaps up to reach it.
These aren't for you to absorb!
Boy!
I'll
just wait for you guys downstairs.
Yeah, pretty much. Before I can answer, she turns and walks away. I can't blame her for that. Close the door and start getting dressed. See, that's the thing. How undressed were we? I'm guessing it wasn't too shockingly. A long while later, I emerge from the room with Pongo sitting on my head, Zach and his dischargers back in their holsters, and shoulders his pack. We head downstairs to meet Leanna, who is waiting at one of the tables.
Is everyone ready?
Yes. Apparently, I'm fine after being shot with shadow magic, which apparently had no lasting effects whatsoever. Yep.
Yeah. As long as that thing doesn't come near my dischargers again.
Oh, wow. It's not like it was hurting him.
Poi poi!
The Pongo sticks out his tongue. Leanna speaks before the two of them start again.
All right, then let's hit the road.
Yay! Onward, adventurers! With one final nod, she leads the way out the inn and back into town. The rest of the journey towards Lumia is peaceful yet uneventful. The Pongo snoozes on my head for the majority of the way there. Leanna frequently sneaks a peek at him and smiles to herself. Zach keeps to himself and continues to be the leader in fewest lines spoken. Ah, that's fine. It's good for his voice actor. Let's see now. So Leanna frequently sneaks a peek at the Pongo and smiles to herself. Oh, are you sure you're not being checked out? Probably not. By midday, I can see the stone buildings of Lumia. We make it through the city gates without incident. Ooh, wow. Interesting. So this seems almost slightly different stylized, and that crystal definitely has some blurriness factor to it, though I'm guessing that could just be distance / it could be glowing. Unlike the quaint houses of Meadowfeild village, Lumia is built taller and grander. There's more noise as people fill the streets. Zach stares down the side street.
This is me.
Congratulations. Oh, he's leaving. Okay. I thought he was just making a statement about him speaking. Like, I get that you don't talk a whole lot, Zach, but I mean, you don't have to announce every time you're speaking to us. I crane my neck and peer into an alcove.
It's a shortcut to the inn.
Leanna nods.
Safe travels. Hopefully our paths will cross again.
Sure, I mean, he's been fine.
Good luck at the Mage Academy.
Yeah, thanks, man. He heads into the alley. A weirdo. Do you think we'll see him again? She shrugs.
Mercenaries have a way of just popping up. Let's keep moving. The Mage Academy is straight ahead, closer to the center of town.
I do wonder. I do wonder what if we would meet up with him again, like, and why. She points to a looming tower with a high steeple. As we get closer, I see that the tower is attached to the castle. Whoa, you studied here?
Yep.
This definitely looks prestigious. She notices my wonder.
What's your academy like?
The liberal arts college, fire school, or normal university. Unfortunately, I don't think I would go to a liberal arts college. If I get to choose, it would just be a normal university. You know, I don't know what this character was studying, but I was really into the sciences. And while you can study sciences at a liberal arts college, normal university for me. I shrug. The usual. There's a lot of students all studying different majors, but we all have required core courses that we have to complete before branching into our majors. Leanna nods.
That sounds similar to the Mage Academy. Everyone here must learn magic and casting. But after that, we are able to choose a discipline.
I wonder what the disciplines are. Like becoming a mage knight.
Yeah, that's right.
Excuse me. Oh, by the way, didn't get to say this in the intro, but something kind of cool today. Like, my head's all a buzz because we have every year, apparently, in the area where I'm living in, they do a Studio Ghibli movie kind of homage in a local theater where they go and they show a lot of the classic movies and you can go watch it full screen. My wife had never seen Spirited Away before, and it's one of my favorite movies. And I found out, like, at the last second that they were in the middle of doing these. Like, I just had thought about it. So I actually got back a few hours ago from seeing that with her for the first time, which is really fun. So I'm all like, my head's just full of just like fun imagery and just good memories. Man, that movie's good. There's a reason it won awards. Anyway. Okay, so I wonder, like, because like, it'd be cool, like, if we can get trained as a mage, I wonder if we can actually choose a discipline in this game, or if it's gonna be kind of like just a part of the story that just happens, you know? We're making our way down to the grand streets of Illumia. Once we arrive at the academy, Leanna pushes right through the wrought iron gates and leads me across the expansive quad. Ooh, yeah, that was very Hogwarts-esque. Students pass by in flocks, chatting animatedly. Each of them wears nearly identical long cloaks, differing only in color. Yeah, definitely could be feeling like Hogwarts. Leanna glances excitedly at a girl wearing a white cloak. Do you know her?
No, but we're in the same house.
Yeah, okay, definitely house. Oh yeah, Hogwarts. What does that mean?
You can tell by her cloak. White means she's learning wind magic.
Oh, interesting. So the houses are the different essences. I pay more attention to the specific colors. There's white, red, blue, and green. But I can guess what colors represents what. Wind is white. Leanna nods. Red is fire, blue is water, green is earth. She grins.
You got it.
Well, that seems pretty intuitive. We walked past ooh, the picture got a lot better right there. We walked past the enclosed field. A young man sporting a green cloak holds a book in one hand, and with the other hand aims his manipulator straight ahead of him. His mouth is pursed in concentration, and beads of sweat line his forehead. After a few tense minutes, the earth rumbles beneath him, and dirt spikes shoot out of the ground. Seems like something you wouldn't be allowed to do on the grounds, but, you know, I mean, someone's got to practice somehow. That was awesome.
Come on!
Leanna pulls my arm, reverting my attention back to the task at hand. Alright, so what kind of magic would I want to control based on knowing nothing other than the fact that I would be able to manipulate one of them? I actually have to admit, wind magic does sound like it has the most potential for just usefulness. I feel like it's really good. It sounds like it'd be really good for enhancement, and I mean, who doesn't want to be the Avatar? At least in the wind power one. Along those same lines, water can be really fun, I imagine. Like, I love the water bending, and just like the practicality of it is pretty sweet. But then, fire bending, I mean, it's so cool. It looks, I don't know if I could pick, honestly. Leanna pulls on my arm, reverting my attention back to the task at hand. I enter the east wing of the castle and into an open foyer. I'm about to become a subject of study. There are only a scattering of students wandering these halls, and most are accompanied by an adult wearing long black robes. I assume they must be professors. Leanna scans each professor we pass as if looking for someone specific. She leads me up a winding staircase, then grins when she spots an older man with graying hair. His robes are pleated with white stripes, and he carries a staff in one hand.
Professor Orin.
Okay, so, and I'm guessing he's like the chief amongst the wind casters or whatever. He turns at the sound of his name and matches Leanna's grin.
Leanna, one of my best and brightest. What a pleasant surprise.
Normal people talk like that? No, well, maybe actually. Now when I go back to see teachers, they do talk very loftily. She smiles bashfully at the compliment.
It's great to see you again.
What brings you to the academy?
Actually, I'm here on official business.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard of the random concentrations of magical energy by now.
And we're just kind of here like, whoa, it's pretty. He nods.
Well, I found someone who was directly impacted.
If not the cause of. She gestures to me. I shift awkwardly, and his gaze falls on me. Although he looks intently at me, I can sense his curiosity.
What exactly do you mean by impacted?
I was investigating a report of unusual magic energy in Meadowfeild, and it turns out the concentrated energy originated from him.
Mr. Oran raises a skeptical eyebrow.
That level of energy would tear a human apart from the inside. Are you sure you weren't mistaken?
That seems a bit of an odd detail that they didn't mention up until now.
My manipulator read the energy level. Maybe we can use the Academy's equipment to scan him again.
Yes, let's do that.
Yay, scanning! Time to go into the MRI of magic. He's motioned for us to follow him, then he turned down a hallway. We arrive in a spacious room. Ooh, crystalline. There's a large device in one of the rooms which is separated by a wall of glass. The device has two pedestals on the side which stretch about 8 feet off the ground. The other side of the room are a handful of students and professors. They consistently focus their manipulators in what I assume to be magical tests and every so often jot down notes. A couple of pongos openly roam around the room, mostly ignored by the people. I'm guessing this is a popular place for pongos. If one wanders a little too close to a crystal, a student chases it away, otherwise they leave each other be. I thought you said pongos weren't really welcomed in society. Leanna looks fondly around the room, a reminiscent smile on her face.
They aren't, but mages tend to like them. Pongos absorb residue energy on the mage from casting, which is surprisingly nice. Kind of feels like a gentle massage.
That does sound nice, actually. Anytime, massages are just great. Professor Oran gives her a soft nudge.
Go ahead.
She nods and turns to me.
We're gonna take another scan of you now.
You're talking about that huge thing behind the glass, right?
Yeah. It looks intimidating, but it functions the same way as my manipulator.
Ooh, so if it does, and could it also activate aggressive magic? Could this become a magical cannon effectively? That'd be kind of cool. All right. One of the students leads me to the device and has me stand between two pedestals. There's a crystal mounted on the top of each panel. As he closes the glass door behind him, the quiet murmuring of voices is muted into silence. A beam of soft light emits between the crystals and slowly descends towards my head, passing through my torso and disappearing at my feet. Is the Ponko with us? Could he disrupt this? Once the light is gone, the same student leads me back to the room. Professor Oran looks grave, while Leanna's mouth is pressed into a firm frown.
This can't be right. Maybe we should scan him.
Are we not so magical special anymore?
Leanna, the levels that you reported would have killed this young man.
Even so, how is it possible that this scan shows he has 0 magical energy?
I mean, what do you expect? I'm not a mage. She holds her up in a manipulator, just as when we first met. A pale light glows, unlike our initial meeting. As she holds her manipulator closer to me, the light remains unchanged. Leanna's face falls, and Professor Oran puts a comforting hand on her shoulder.
Had he just cast it? Perhaps it was magical residue which you had read. As you know, that tends to slowly leave the body after each magic use.
Well, maybe we should explain to him our circumstances a bit, because it is strange. She shakes her head.
It was too high a reading to just be residue.
I could defend her. The last time Leanna used her scanner thing on me, that little glowy light was pulsing like crazy. Like it was almost flatlined, it was bleeping so much. The Professor Oran seemed intrigued.
Then perhaps it was a faulty reading from your manipulator.
Perhaps.
But still, tell him where we're from! That'll be of interest. Even if we weren't the ones that activated the casting of the magic, obviously something incredibly powerful happened to us. I can hear the skepticism in her voice. You seem to be working fine before. Excuse me. Leanna shakes her head as if asking me not to continue.
I should get back to my students, but I hope I get to see you again.
Professor Oren gives Leanna's shoulder a last comforting squeeze before he leaves. While our discussion had been taking place, I noticed the Pongos would watch me with interest. The green one started to gravitate towards us. Okay, 1 second. Okay, that's better. Maybe he's interested in Leanna's magic, but then why does it look like it's heading towards me?
Boy?
They look down and see my wibbly blue friend at my feet. Hey, you're back.
Boy!
He bounces on the ground and fixes me with a wide smile. Suddenly, he stops and stares at the green Pongo, who blinks back at him. He hops towards it and grins. Uh-oh. Hey, down boy.
Boy. Boy. Boy.
My Pongo's eyes widen.
Boy.
Aw, this is kind of cute. The green Pongo grins and hops away as my Pongo follows it. I have no idea what just happened, but why do I feel all warm and fuzzy inside? As if the Pongos run off, the professor in a wheelchair rolls towards us. Though he's lost all his hair, he doesn't seem as old as some of the others.
Leanna.
Oh, hello, Professor Xavier. Oh, come on, that's not even a subtle reference. She doesn't bother containing her surprise.
Professor Xavier!
Wait, the Professor Xavier? What am I thinking? I think I'm doing, like, the Professor Xavier? Wait, your name is Professor Xavier. He blinks.
Yes. Have we met before?
In another time, in another world.
Professor Xavier teaches the effects magic has on the human body, including any genetic mutations from frequent use of magic channeling.
My eyes grow wide as I gape at him. Professor X teaches about mutants. The two of them share concerned glasses.
Professor, is there something I can help you with?
Just pardon me, I'm geeking out over here.
Leanna, how high was your original energy reading?
In the thousands.
He creases his brow and ponders quietly.
Tell me, are you familiar with the theory of temporal rifts?
That explains a lot. Leanna and I both shake our heads.
In the most basic sense, a temporal rift occurs when the fabric of the universe is torn. In the midst of this tear, there is a moment where the parallel worlds overlap.
Leanna and I glance sharply at each other. Would it be possible to cross between these worlds?
It may be in theory, but it'd be very difficult. After all, that type of travel between worlds would require an immense amount of energy, an amount that no human would be able to manipulate and survive.
But maybe cosmic chance or an entity beyond humans? That seems a little more bizarre, but possible.
That's why most elders have dismissed this as nonsense. But listening to all that's been said today, it coincides quite closely with this theory.
For the first time since we've arrived at the school, I really feel a glimmer of hope. What more can you share about this theory?
Well, not much, I'm afraid. As I said, most consider it to be either nonsense or too inconsequential to waste their time on.
I mean, fair. I mean, it's one of those issues where it's like you can study an idea, but if you can't test it, like, what are you going to do with it once you have the idea?
Although there is one man who spent his life developing and researching this theory. He used to be an instructor of this academy.
Let's go talk to him.
Is he still in Illumia?
Unfortunately, he left many years ago in search of Embermyst.
Ooh, Embermyst. Leanna purses her lips.
The hidden city.
He nods. If it's hidden, I'm guessing it'd be hard to find. Before I can respond, a student with 2 long pigtails strides over.
Please allow me to accompany you on your quest.
Oh, hello. We aren't even sure if we're leaving, Miss Pink-Haired Girl, but I recognize you from the intro, so I have a feeling we're gonna get well acquainted. You look tiny. Professor Xavier replies sternly.
Absolutely not.
Could you elaborate on your disapproval? This is an excellent opportunity to further my research and education.
Red, so she must be a fire mage.
This is not a Mage Academy-sponsored expedition, so there won't be mages around to protect you. It's a dangerous journey, especially given the fact that no one knows the location of Embermyst.
The girl stays silent. I can practically see the cogs in her head spinning as she contemplates his words. Finally, she nods.
Understood.
Okay. Hi. And as soon as she finishes speaking, she turns on her heel and walks away. Okay, bye. What just happened?
Pay her no mind. That's just how she is.
She seems very, very stoic. Kind of adorable. Who is she?
That's Amelia Estelle, the university's prodigy. She's only a teenager, but already a mage caster, which means she can manipulate 2 different elements at the same time.
Ooh, that sounds cool. I flash her a grateful smile for automatically explaining what a mage caster is. I'm guessing mage casters are usually a little older than a teen, and probably freaking rare. Leanna grins.
Just a little. Most mage casters are in their 40s.
Okay, so she was wearing red, so that means she's fire, maybe wind. Fire and wind would be an awesome combo. My eyes, should say. My eyes widen. She must really be something special then.
Anyway, thank you for all of your help, Professor.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to be more helpful, but I wish you the best of luck on your journey.
Good to meet you, Professor X. After saying goodbye, his wheelchair moves on his own, pushing him out of the room. So, does he have a chamber where you can, like, spy on other mages? Whoa, did his wheelchair just move on all by itself?
Not quite. He's using wind magic to push it along.
Makes sense. The more I see magic in use, the more I wish I could use it.
What did you think of everything the professor said?
Sounds exactly like what happened to me. We should find this Embermyst city and talk to the professor there. She nods.
Unfortunately, no one knows how to get there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a... Like, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where it's like... I mean, it sounds like it's possible. Like, where do we even begin? Like, without a starting point, like, is this really the direction we should take? Like, random wandering is probably a terrible idea.
Let's stop by the inn. Since it's a hub for travelers from all over, there's bound to be someone who knows something.
No, you're optimistic. However, I think Pink-Haired Girl is going to have something important to it, because she seems super interested in going. Now, maybe she's just interested in the lore of the place, which means she might be the most up-to-date on where it is, or she might be wanting to go look at the professor himself, which, once again, she might have access to some of his notes if they were really close for some reason, and thus she might know where we should go. So I'm guessing we're going to need to talk to her, because she seems too interested to just be a casual observer or someone who's just really bored and wants to leave, like, the school. That sounds like our best course of action. Once agreed, Leanna leads the way out of the academy. I think we need to talk to Pink-Haired Girl. She seemed to know more. We follow her through the twisting roads of Illumia. When asked why we were taking so many turns, she said she wanted to avoid the marketplace, which would be so crowded with people we wouldn't be able to walk through. Now here's another thing. We're interested in magic. Can't we just ask, like, what does it take to apply? I mean, maybe we don't have time, but I would be absolutely hands down prepared to try and, like, learn some magic. But, you know, in Hogwarts, it's Hogwarts! Soon we reached the inn. The place was a lot larger than the other inn we stayed at so far. Yeah, it has the same picture. But along with the smoothly crafted dining tables, there's a fireplace along the far wall with labeled jars on the mantel. The place is fairly busy for the time of day, and only a couple of tables are open. Per usual, Leanna speaks with the innkeeper. I see him point towards a couple by the fireplace. When she returns, she drops a key in my hand.
Here's the key to your room. I figured we're going to be spending the night here.
Sweet. I nod as I pocket my key.
The innkeeper doesn't know how to get to Embermyst, but he says that couple comes from the far desert. They might know.
Okay, well, I mean, sounds like it's far. Maybe we should split up. We can cover more ground that way. Except we have no clue what we're talking about half the time.
Good idea. I'll go talk to that couple first.
Okay. As Leanna walks off, I survey the room. Group of adventurers, ask the cute girl, ask the loner in the corner. How much you want to bet? I almost want to put money down. The loner in the corner is going to turn out to be Zach. I don't think we're done with him quite yet. But, Embermyst. I mean, it sounds like the place that adventurers might be drawn towards. Loner in the corner could be a place that's, like, garnered in mystery, so some people might not know about it. And the cute girl's obviously, like, the pandery, like, let's go talk to someone cute. Let's go for practicality. I approach the table of misfits. These guys look like they're well-traveled. There's a tall, bulky man wearing fur boots and a loincloth and very little else, the barbarian. His muscles ripple as he takes a swig from his tankard. Beside him is a short, stout-bearded man, dwarf. Gold is entwined in his braided beard, and a scar runs from his bald head down to his cheek. The last member of their party is a lithe, blonde, elegant man. A bow is slung on his back, and his glossy hair spills around it. That's the elf. Hey there. The blonde man grins while the other two peer at me.
Well, aren't you a tall, refreshing drink of water?
Oh boy. Oh, hey. I appreciate it.
I'm Randall, but you can call me Randy.
No, I will never in my life ever call you Randy, and you should never ask for people to call you that. He winks. Well then. Nope, I'm out of here. No, come on. Just deal with it, man. Hi, I'm Protag. I hope I'm not intruding. I just had a quick question.
Not at all. Ask away.
I have no problem with flirting as long as it's maintained at a respectable distance. Do any of you know how to get to the city of Embermyst? Randall laughs.
Do you still believe in those fairy tales? Embermyst is just a myth.
Yeah, this voice actor's really wrote grading, but hey, it works out. Perfect. I think it's a real place. The bald man frowns.
The city's underground.
This time, the hulking barbarian cracks a smile.
You believe in it too? Of course not. But if it did exist, it'd be underground. Otherwise, why hasn't anyone been able to find it?
Well, are there any people who have made cities in the ground before? Maybe they just put it under a different name.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Says the person too dumb to wear clothes.
I'm wearing clothes! Your underwear doesn't count.
The two continue to bicker as Randall tries to soothe them both. I slowly back away. That wasn't very helpful. Alright, let's go with the cute girl. Why not? I approached a pretty redhead by the bar. Hey there. She smiles.
Hi.
Oh no! Are you looking to join a party? Why would you say
I
that?
can be.
I sit down beside her. Have you been here long? She gives me a curious look.
Long enough to know that I haven't seen you before.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be as productive as the last conversation, isn't it? I'm just passing through.
Oh, where are you headed?
Embermyst. To Embermyst. Suddenly, her smile drops. That's not the reaction I was expecting.
Embermyst doesn't exist.
Right. I frown. I don't think this is going anywhere. Alright, never mind then. Her smile drops again and she grabs her drink. She sways her hips as she walks and approaches a man who's drinking alone. Her alert smile returns as she sits down beside him and touches his hand. Wait a minute, is she a consort? That's what the game told me. Let's pretend that didn't just happen. Looks like I'm not having much luck. I wonder how Leanna's doing. Judging from her pouch, yeah, she had about as much success as I did. Well, we'll make our way back to the bar.
Greetings.
Oh, yay, pink-haired girl! I knew it! Amelia waits for us by the bar. I'm startled to see her presence. Leanna looks just as shocked. Okay, so she's wearing red, accented with white, so maybe she is fire and wind.
What are you doing here?
I've come to accompany you on your journey.
Yeah, I thought you were told not to.
Professor Xavier made it very clear that you were to stay at the academy.
His logic is rational, but my presence and assistance is far more beneficial for you than it is for me to remain at the academy.
Interesting. What assistance?
I am aware of the location of Embermyst.
Oh, I called it. Not that it was that hard to call, really. It's not like the beats were that difficult to discern.
How is that possible?
How I know is irrelevant.
Oh, that sounds sketchy. Also, your skirt is very short. I think Leon's is very short as well. And yours is like noticeably short. Like, don't hop too high, okay? Alright, if you know, then tell us where it is.
I will gladly impart this knowledge into you should you accept me as a travel companion.
Yeah. You kind of do have all the bartering here, but how are we supposed to believe that we actually know it?
But the academy won't let you go.
She shrugs. What the academy knows doesn't know can't hurt them, right?
If I cannot go, then I suppose neither can you.
Leanna bites her lip. I can tell she's torn. We should let her join. Like, look, Leanna, she's powerful at magic, right? She's obviously determined to go, and she's not going to just relinquish this information. The trouble might be that she may not be old enough to make that type of decision yet, but I get the feeling that she's capable. We should let her join. We
shouldn't go against a direct order from the Mage Academy.
What other choices do we have? She frowns. Nobody at this inn knows the location. I doubt we'll find anyone else who can tell us how to get there. Are you really willing to give up this lead? Leanna runs her hand through her hair, she thinks. She still glances at Amelia, who watches us with hawk eyes. Finally, Leanna's expression softens and she nods.
Fine. You can come with us, but only on the condition that you let us bring extra protection.
That is a logical conclusion. I am not opposed to it.
So Zach, I have a feeling we can hire you now.
Alright. I'll see if I can find some mages last minute.
No!
Why? Both Leanna and I stare at Amelia.
Mages will alert the Academy of our proposal.
And then they won't let us go.
Correct.
I suppose that makes sense.
No, okay, this is starting to feel sketchier and sketchier as we go now. She taps a finger on her chin.
I guess the only other option is to hire a mercenary.
What do you know? We happen to know one. She grins.
And I think I know just the guy.
Yeah, Mr. Competition, Mr. Broodface. Leanna and I scan the inn for sign of Zach. She spots him in a secluded corner of the inn, drinking alone. I bet you if I clicked the bottom option, it would have just been Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, he looks up at his previous tankard. If he's surprised, he doesn't show it. He nods his greetings.
Guess things went well at the academy.
Not so much.
As well as expected. I'm actually here to do business.
Zach cocks his head slightly.
You have my attention.
We need protection for our newest companion.
She nods towards Amelia, who merely stares at Zach. He gives her a once-over.
Isn't she a mage?
Yes, but a student.
That is not an accurate description. I am...
Leanna glares at her.
A student.
While not untrue, I have fulfilled the necessary curriculum to be considered.
Amelia!
Called being subtle. Leanna is clearly exasperated. Amelia cocks her head to the side and studies Leanna curiously. Anyway, what we're trying to ask is if you are ask if you are for hire if you will accept the job. Zach pauses and takes a long swig from his drink. Looks from me to Leanna to Amelia, then pauses again. Finally, he nods.
All right.
Really? That's great.
Well, what about the price?
We're headed to Embermyst.
Zach raises an eyebrow.
The hidden city?
We have someone who knows the way.
Zach's gaze falls on Amelia.
Interesting.
Yeah. Alright, now we have your team. What do we do now?
There's no point in beginning our journey when the sun is almost gone.
That's true.
I should return to the Academy before my disappearance is observed.
Yeah, so then after we leave, we're just gonna keep running?
Good idea. We can reconvene here tomorrow morning.
The three of us leave Zach alone, and Amelia heads out of the inn. Just as she leaves, a group of young adults burst in. They laugh loudly, their cheeks are flushed as if from dancing or running. A circlet of flowers is on each of their heads. Oh boy. Leanna gasps.
Oh, the festival!
Really? Festival?
Yeah, it's a celebration of the spring equinox. Do you want to go check it out?
Oh, heck yes I do. Absolutely. Sounds fun. Leanna grins.
It is. It's one of my favorite festivals.
Perfect. Seriously, why would you say no? We exit the inn. Although the moon has traded places in the sky with the sun, the streets are still bustling with people. Leanna and I follow the crowd until we reach the town square. Ooh, colored strings of crystals lights hang from the large cherry trees lining the perimeter of the square. Their light spills soft rainbows on the smiling faces of the townsfolk. Ooh, man. Now this sounds very, very picturesque. The heavenly aroma of spices and the grilled meats entice me towards the festivities. A small stand is set up on the side of the square where a musician plays the jaunty tune. They tap their feet in time with the beat as dancers whirl around the center of the square. As we pass through the square, giggling girls offer circlets of flowers. Leanna happily accepts hers and lets her girl place it on her head.
It's so beautiful. Everything looks so different.
Her eyes sparkle as she taps her feet in rhythm to the music as she watches the pairs of dancers jumping and twirling. I'm guessing I'm going to be a little too goof-footed to be able to help with that. For the first time since we've met, Leanna's face holds no trace of caution. My eyes are drawn to her as her smile lights up her entire face. Aww. She turns toward me and I quickly look away. Hope she didn't catch me staring.
Would you like to dance?
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna die. I'm up for it. Time for some bumping and grinding. Can you handle my boy skills? Oh man, no, I can't test. Fortune favors the bold. I'm sure, but I've never danced like that before.
Oh? How do you normally dance?
I don't know. Her eyes glitter. She waits expectantly. One, suave and elegant. Oh, this is awkward. Well, if we're dancing with partners, I did take ballroom dance. One step at a time. I awkwardly step from side to side. Somehow I'm dancing even worse than usual, and I'm not even keeping time with the beat. Leanna hides a giggle.
Let me show you how we do it here.
Yeah, good, because I can't dance. She takes her hand in hers and pulls me into a more secluded area on the dance floor.
For this song, we're gonna raise our right hands up like this so they touch.
Okay, so like this. She bends her elbow and holds up her arm at eye level. Then she moves my arm to match hers. I can feel the warmth of her fingers as they brush my own.
Our hands will stay here, and then we use our right foot to step to the right. Then left foot back. Then we'll shift our weight front and back in a ball change.
Okay, so what we're kind of doing right now sounds like it's almost like a reverse, what's the word? Cha-cha? Like a reverse cha-cha? Because like the cha-cha is like you go forward, back, and cha-cha-cha, and then forward, back, cha-cha-cha, or like and then back. And like you kind of think you make like a little Z pattern on the ground a little bit, and it sounds like we're doing something kind of similar. As she speaks, it demonstrates the steps.
Then we do the same thing on the left. Left foot left, right foot back, and ball change.
Ball change is simply like putting your weight from one foot to the other.
Then we step to the right and spin from behind. Come on, try it with me.
Okay, so it's like a waltz mixed with a cha-cha. All right, we get into position. Leanna counts off.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Go! First I step. Do I get to play a video game? Remember, repeat the pattern. Okay. Okay. It's memory game, Simon says. I like all the pictures, they're really cute. And waist, shuffle, step on foot. Yay, I won the dancing minigame, it was super easy. Matching Leanna, I step with my right foot.
That's it.
I step with my left back and do a ball change. Next we do the same thing on the left side. We step with our right foot to spin. Whee! Oh, fetch, we're doing it again. Okay, alright. Okay, shuffle, shuffle. Hold hand, waist, waist. Holding hand, waist, waist. Shuffle, green shuffle, red shuffle. Arms. Oh, I missed that last click. Okay, waist, legs, waist, arms. Alright, I won the second round. I step to the right, spin from behind. Leanna and I are step apart. Did we do this right? Are we supposed to be this far apart?
Yeah. Normally, we'd be facing our new partners, and we do the whole thing over again, starting with our left foot.
Nice, wow. That's not too bad. But it's clicking a memory game.
And once that's done, we'll be facing each other again.
We go through the steps another time, and I managed to dance it perfectly.
Wow, you're a natural. Are you sure you've never done this before?
I mean, it's only clicking boxes and orders. I've done that before. Her warm grin is infectious. I find myself grinning just as broadly. That's because I had a great teacher. Her cheeks flush as she's about to reply. Our gazes meet. Aww. Leanna's breath catches in her throat as she seems to forget what she was about to say. Fetch, man. It's coming on strong now. For a second, I forgot about the crowds of people around us, and all I can see is her. Oh, fetch. Then someone jostles us, and we quick back away. We quickly look away. What just happened here? I catch her glancing at me, and she slightly smiles.
So, do you think you're ready to join the rest of the dancers?
Yeah! I can step on their toes. I'm game if you are. I hold out my hand, she accepts it, with the same coy smile. Then I lead her out to the dance floor. Aww. We dance late into the night until our feet ache and our throats go hoarse from laughing. The party's still going strong as Leanna and I return to the inn and head to our separate rooms. I haven't had that much fun in ages. That was an awesome date. As I fall in my bed, I enter dreamland with an immense smile on my face. That was cute. Okay, cuteness and adorableness factors are just off the chart for that one. That was awesome. Kind of cool little characterization, just like of us, but just being people, just spending time together, but it kind of like finding that chemistry that just works so well. Well, that would normally be a good place to stop. I want to go a little longer though, so we won't have as nice a transition between the next two parts. The next morning we regroup downstairs at the inn as planned. Hello, you.
Is everyone now prepared to begin our journey?
We nod.
Then let us depart.
Well, no pomp and circumstances necessary. She leads us way out of the inn and back to the quiet city. Remnants of last night's festival litter the ground in a series of petals and general debris. The cleanup detail is hard at work. They wear thick gloves and they half-heartedly remove the decorations and debris. I wonder how long they've been working at this. The festivities continue even after I threw my hat and went to bed. Leanna and I share a glance and she smiles. They follow Amelia through the twists and turns of the city. Where exactly are we going now?
to the Crystal Rail Station.
Ooh, they have transit stations. That sounds awesome. Crystal Rail? Sounds like it might be a train. Leanna speaks up before I even ask.
Where are we taking the crystal rail to?
Bazada.
Bazada? That sounds like cool. She looks up in surprise.
Embermyst is in Bazada?
They say you can find anything there.
She shoots Zach a look when he returns his usual stony gaze. What's so surprising about Bazada?
It's just closer than I expected.
Huh.
No, Embermyst is not within Bazada, but Bazada is the closest station to the location of Embermyst.
Well, that could mean a lot. Like, how close? Leanna still seems skeptical, but doesn't push it. I guess we'll find out whether or not Amelia's right. I mean, who else are we gonna follow? We continue the rest of the way in silence. After a few minutes, we arrive at the station. The setup is similar to versions of the train stations back home. The ticket booth is right across from the entrance. Where's the Hogwarts Express? It's gotta be here. While they start out retrieving tickets, I look around. Vendors selling food and trinkets line the perimeter of the enclosed space. The building is mostly empty at this time of morning.
We must hurry if we wish to catch the next crystal rail. It is nearing the platform.
Okay. Once we get our tickets, we rush down the block halfway, which opens up to the platform. Probably good, because as soon as she's being missed, they might start looking for her. Nice. Arriving on the platform to a sleek bullet train, porcelain white with windows dotting the side. My jaw drops as I watch it hover over the track. A pair of long crystal rows run along the bottom of the train. Identical crystal rows lining the track. So it's effectively magical, like, mag-lift technology. This is so cool. It really is. I feel almost giddy when I light up on to light up on board. I can't believe I'm about to ride on a hover train. Leanna cocks her head to the side.
Is this not something you're used to?
No, not exactly. We have trains, but they mostly run on diesel and electricity now. The original models were powered by steam. Leanna's eyes widen.
That must be some powerful magic.
It's not magic, it's just boiling water. This is magic. Leanna smiles.
Boy.
Oh, hey! The Pongo eyes the crystal of the train, his mouth open in anticipation. Leanna notices and snatches him up.
Boy.
He wiggles at first, but after she gives him a few pats on the head, he calms down and grins at her. We're about to board the train when the attendant stops us.
Sorry, Pongas are not allowed due to equipment which are sensitive to energy absorption.
Alright, we're walking.
Oh.
Leanna looks sadly at the blue guy in her arms.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I think this is where we say goodbye.
No, we're walking! He blinks back at her in confusion, a worried smile on his face.
Boy?
Leanna's lips tremble. Oh.
I'm sorry.
You throw him out! She gives him a final hug and sets him down on the ground. Then with glassy eyes full of tears, she rushes into the train and the Pongo blinks.
Boy?
Amelia cocks her head to the side and looks at it. The Pongo mimics her.
Boy?
I have not known you long, but I will be saddened to see you go.
You literally never talked to him before. She nods and hops onto the train. Zach's be like, good riddance. I win!
Try not to eat anyone else's weapon.
Boy?
The Pongo blinks at Zach's retreating form. Finally, it's my turn. I'll miss you. He blinks and grins.
Boy?
Quick, get in the bag! Get in the bag! I didn't expect this to be so difficult. He cocks his head to the side and tries again.
Boy?
I'm sorry, little buddy, but this is as far as we can go together.
Boy?
He tries to hop up onto my shoulder as he does so many times in the past, but I don't let him. Oh, this is heartbreaking! I'm sorry, but you have to stay here.
Boy?
I'm sorry, don't talk to me like that! Your poi's not helpful! Oh no! I quickly turn away and head into the train. While the other people board the train, I join the rest of my group. Leanna tries to control her sniffles while Amelia looks down at her feet. Zach acts as casual as always, but the nod he gives me feels lackluster. We're all feeling the loss of Pongo. He was my first friend when it came to this world. After we've had a moment to compose ourselves, we search for our train cabin. We pass through a few cars before we finally find our cabin towards the end of the train. Come on, Pongo. Come on, jump on the train, something! Amelia slides the door and then shuts it immediately.
Impossible!
Uh-oh. What's going on? We open the door again and we all peer inside. Inside the lazy cozy cabin are plush seats. A rack above the seats are holding our seats to hold our luggage, and a rectangular table in the center. There's also a Pongo bouncing happily in the seats. What? Yes! He made it!
Boy!
Yay!
Pongo!
Leanna squeals excitedly and scoops him back into a hug. We all file into the cabin after her and shut the door before anyone notices the Pongo. When Leanna notices our stare, she clears her throat and seats back down.
But how did you get in here?
Seriously, weren't you just outside a second ago? How'd you get in here and find our cabin before we did?
Boy!
This is not a normal Pongo, I'm guessing.
Impossible.
I think the Pongo broke Amelia. Zach, as unfazed as always, plops down one of the seats and leans back.
Some things just can't be explained.
With how often the Pongo seems to disappear and reappear unexpectedly, you'd think we'd be used to it by now. It's like he's magical. Take a seat as well. The Pongo hops into my lap. Leanna pouts as the Pongo moves away from her. I'm sorry, I'm her favorite. Though it's odd, because I don't have the magical energy anymore. Why am I so favored? Amelia seems to have recomposed herself and also takes a seat. Not much later, I feel the jerk of the train departing and hear the calm hum of the engine. Both Leanna and Amelia stare out the window. Jack has his head down, his arms crossed. I think he might be asleep, but it's hard to tell. Remembering how I found him at the campsite, I can only assume the guy can literally sleep anywhere. My eyes feel droopy too. I really went all out last night. Did not get enough sleep. Doubt anyone will mind if I caught up on a few of those lost hours. When I awaken, everyone else is awake too, looking more bored than ever, only the Pongo snoozing in my lap. Aww. How long was I asleep for? Leanna glances at me.
Just a few hours.
Just a few. We almost there?
No. We will not arrive before tomorrow.
It's not a long night in the cabin, huh? Tomorrow?
Yes.
Sheesh, what am I gonna do with all the spare time? Automatically reach in my pocket and pull out my phone, forgetting for a second that it doesn't work. Shoot. But then my hand closes on something equally good. I pull out my deck of cards and lay them on the table. Ooh, this'll be good. Leanna cranks her neck to see better.
What do you have there?
My cards. I cut the deck and shuffle them. Wanna play something? There's enough people who can play cheat.
How do you play that?
I don't even know what that is. It's easy. Each round you put a card from your hand face down to the center of the table and say what card it is, like this. I put one down as an example. 1 king. Then everyone else at the table can decide whether or not I'm telling the truth. If you think I'm lying, you can call out cheater, and I have to reveal the card. If I was lying, then I take all the cards in the pile. If I was telling the truth, then whoever accused me takes all the cards in the pile, and the next person starts a new round. And you're supposed to go in the order of the cards. I have played this, I just don't think I called it cheat. I think I called it BS. You win by having no cards in your hand.
Sounds like fun. I'll play.
Amelia looks thoughtful.
Although I have not partaken in this game before, this sounds like it would be a stimulating challenge.
Yes, Miss Android Girl. I glance at Zach. You in? He shakes his head.
I'll pass.
Leanna frowns.
Why not? I know that mercenaries love card games, and it's not like there's much else to do while we wait.
I don't know, that seems like objectification. Just because mercenaries can tend to like card games doesn't mean they all have to like them.
It's just not my type of game.
Let's up the stakes here. I don't know if we want to make the game not happen now. As a mercenary, I think I know what can spark his interest. What if we play for money? Zach sits up and looks at me.
I thought you didn't have money.
I do have money. I fish in my pocket and drop a loose change I have on the table. It's just not usable here. Amelia leans in close and peers at the money. Even Leanna takes an interested glance.
I fail to recognize this type of currency.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I'm not exactly from Asaria. Amelia stares intently at me. After a long pause, she looks back at the coins.
I see.
I point out the different types and change I have. Make sure you get the pennies. They're the most valuable.
Are these not made from copper?
Yes.
And the nickel would be made from nickel?
Also yes.
Then suffice it as to say, should not the nickel be more valuable than the penny?
It depends on markets here. Doesn't mean they have to match Earth. Dang, she got me. Zach leans back in his seat.
If it's not money I can use, then I'm not interested.
Zach.
I will pay you for his coins.
Zach sits back up.
Go on.
For any coin of his you receive, I will trade you one of our coins.
Amelia, you really don't have to do that.
I know.
Leanna looks uneasily between Zach and Amelia.
All right. Deal.
As Zach settles in, I deal out the cards. Zach frowns when he looks at his hand.
These cards are strange.
Oh, yes they are. Like I said, I'm not from Asaria. I give a brief rundown of the suits and face cards when I look up from my hand to see Amelia staring at me. This is getting a little uncomfortable. Let's start the bet. We all throw our coins on the table. I'll go first. I drop a card face down on the table. 110. Silence. No one reacts. Alright, Leanna, here we go.
Okay.
She slides a card to the table, her face completely blank.
1, 2.
Pass. I bet she's telling the truth. No one else calls her out either. Especially first round, I don't think she'd be the one to lie. Amelia, go. Her face is even more stoic than Leanne's. Amelia places the card on the table.
1 queen.
Pass. I don't think she's cheating. Again, neither does anyone else. Maybe they aren't quite understanding how to play, although I guess it's just the first round. Finally, it's Zach's go. In usual Zach fashion, he stoically slips the cord down.
2 8s.
Cheater.
Well, she was fast. Without breaking from his poker face, he flips over the card to reveal different cards than 8s. Silently, he collects the pile. We count how many cards each person has in their hand. Whatever has the lowest number collects the first round of bets. Then we throw our next round of bets. Okay, me again. Cheat. Not a lot of truth last round. Let's switch things up a bit. Juke it! Poker face. Keeping my face still and blank as possible, I slip 2 cards onto the table. 2 3s.
Cheater.
God, what the heck? Sarah heard, reluctantly turned over my cards, revealing a mixture of numbers. I thought I did so well. Is she using magic? Leanna looks slightly worried at her head and smooths her face.
2 aces.
Nah, I think you're bluffing. I bet she was faking her worry to tell the truth. Better not risk it.
Cheater.
Leanna grins as she flips over 2 aces. Yes! Zach wordlessly collects the cards. Good thing I stayed silent. Amelia puts down her cards.
2 7s.
Pass. Her poker face is just too good. I can't tell if she's cheating or not, so I'm gonna stay silent. Nobody else calls her out. Without delay, Zach lays down his cards.
2 5s.
Before anyone else has a chance to react, Amelia calls out.
Cheater.
Gosh darn it! Zach grumbles under his breath as he collects the pile. Amelia looks smug as Zach disgruntled. I bet for this round goes to the winner, and we start a new pot. Back to me again. Alright. Gonna try something a little different. Cheat. Time to trick everyone. Act nervous. I have a terrible poker face and push up my face, and which only draws more attention to me as I slip 2 cards onto the table. All 3 voices ring out at once.
Cheater.
Dang
Cheater.
it! Dang it!
Cheater.
Dang it! Could have 2 hearts. Then it lays down her card, looking confident.
1 king.
Cheat. Cheater!
Nope.
Dang it! She flips over the card, revealing king. I'm so bad at this game! Shoot. I should have seen that coming. Collect the card. Amelia wears the same sunny face and slips down a card.
1 jack.
Pass. Again, I can't read her face, so I keep quiet. Zach plays this card.
1 6.
Again, Amelia is faster than anyone else.
Cheater.
Zach growls in frustration.
How do you know every single time?
Amelia just stares at him with her blank stare, which frustrates Zach even more. Is she like looking at reflections or something?
This is the dumbest game ever.
He throws his cards on the table and knocks down the coins before crossing his arms. Leanna jumps away from the table as Zach hits it. Her eyes wide. I'm a little taken aback at the jolt which wakes Pongo. Only Amelia remains unfazed.
Boy.
Yeah, I don't know why he's so mad. So, should we keep playing?
Of course.
Zach picks up his cards, and then I glance at each other and burst out laughing. At first, Amelia looks at us in bewilderment, but our laughter is so contagious that she breaks a smile.
Are we playing or what?
we resume the game with smiles all around. If there is a way to cheat, we should all be cheating against him. Oh man, the longer we play, the more the game everyone becomes. Needless to say, Amelia could correctly guess Zach's cheats every single time, much to Zach's ever-growing frustration. In the end, to the surprise of no one, Amelia was the first to lose all her cards and win. When we were tired of cheat, I taught him a couple other games. It was late into the night when we all decided to turn in and go to sleep. That was fun. See, these are the moments that I think this game is the best at. Like, and this is what Ace Academy was really good at too. Like, it had some interesting storyline, has some fantastic characters. But the most important aspect, I think, were these little moments. Like, in Ace Academy, a lot of it happened on, like, the one-on-one encounters, like, kind of dates, but not really dates. So it happened with the characters where you got to, like, do something fun and kind of explore just, like, the more casual side of people. Like learning, like seeing how people are really good at reading each other in this game, or that how Zach is easy, like just getting frustrated and like getting caught all the time, but how he doesn't, like, that doesn't deter him from wanting to play more. It just makes him more determined to try and win. Like, it's just so cool to see that because it tells us so much about the characters without having to put it in our faces. That as we go into the next encounters where things probably are going to get more exciting, we have a good idea of how these people are going to be acting and behaving. And so, like, that's probably Pixel Fade's strength, I think, is being able to have their writing capture these moments where you get to see people at their purest. And that's something I hope to emulate. That's something I really want to do. As a matter of fact, I'm really working on a storyline right now, and I'd love to ponder that. It's got me thinking now about what I can do to try and emulate that inside the story I'm currently telling in my D&D game. Because working with other people being the main characters, I need to be able to help them flesh out their own like personalities without having to just do combat all the time. So I need to see what I can come up with. Anyway, this was fun. This was a really fun thing to record. I needed this. I was a little tired. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to record tonight because it was getting pretty late, but I'm really happy I did. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. I hope you found that as enjoyable as I did. It feels so good inside. I mean, we got some explanation. We have like a new direction we're going, but most importantly, we had the flower, like the festival we went to that was really fun. Got to have some bonding time with Leanna. We go out on the train and we get to play the card game and get to just see all the exposition of characters without expositioning at all, which is just wonderful. I feel good. This is something I've been missing about my visual novels lately. It's like I've been needing the I feel good and happy moments because goodness knows Mouth Love, Seabed aren't giving them to me now, and Steins Gate wasn't giving it to me for like the last half of it. So I'm glad I took the break to just kind of do a fun one. So thank you guys so much for being around. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. As always, it's a pleasure having you and talking to you. And until the next video you watch with me or whatever episode you see me in next, I'll see you there.